go. So Pat Bev, what's up, Payola Blue? Now let's get into it, man, because I want people to hear it clearly and can pretty much understand what I'm saying here. Now, everyone and their mama know Pat Bev be talking. Pat Bev be talking. He be going a mile a minute. But he ain't gonna tell you no lie. Now, D Ham walks up to him, he said, and apologized to him. He wanted to apologize to Russ. He was in Vegas on the slots, and he's like, let me holler at you. And said, I want to apologize to you. Now, once he said that, it all made sense to me. He wanted to apologize to him. Now, why would Coach Ham go out of his way to say, I apologize to Russ and Pat Bev? And what did he say? He was like, you right, Pat. We should have been practicing more. Didn't I say that? That they don't practice? I've been saying that for years. Every team LeBron James is on, they don't practice. I told you. Y'all think I just be saying stuff. No, they don't practice. Straight like that. They don't. No practice. They don't think they need it, or whatever the case may be. The team does not practice. They didn't practice in Cleveland. They didn't practice like that since they were in Miami. Since then, they got all divish. Well, the superstars, they practice on their own. They don't practice with the team. And they hardly ever had practice. Just can't win it on star power alone. You see? Star power. I didn't say that. Pat Bev said that. And why did Pat Bev say that? Because that's what they were trying to win it on. Star power. Yep. I told you the Lakers don't practice. It's not because it's not what they want to do. It's because of what they require of them. You're not coaching the Los Angeles Lakers. I was telling people that the other day. I'm like, you think Darvin Ham is coaching the Los Angeles Lakers? He's coaching LeBron James. Coaching LeBron is different than coaching the Los Angeles Lakers. Mm-hmm. Uh-oh, Jason must. I thought my buddy hit on the casino. He sent me something about a trailer, but I don't even know if that's real. Now, here's the main problem. The Los Angeles Lakers put themselves in this position. So don't feel sorry for them. The Los Angeles Lakers put themselves in a predicament where they just want to get off name recognition and sell T-shirts and be a valuable commodity in the game. They don't care about winning the championship. They just want to go to the playoffs, have celebrities sitting down watching the game because they got the biggest star in the game. But what does that do for you when you have no credentials? This he's at the tail end of his career. You didn't milk this cow for about 6 years straight. Now he's milking you because you paying this cow. He's got about 2-3 more years left of milking the game. Where he wants the NBA to hand him another championship. I was pretty upset. Yeah, well, with how they did how they did everything, yeah, well, it is what it is.
The white participant.
Well, it took them 5 years. The Marvel Studios finally got there. The Ironheart show is a go. And wouldn't you know, little old Riri Williams isn't a hero. It didn't actually mean for that.
Well, I'm saying there are a lot of questions out there. So what Pat Bev said is always been echoed by people like me and other people that weren't around. I know they weren't practicing. You can look on the floor and tell when a team don't practice. The Golden State Warriors are so good on the floor when they're playing with their guys because they practice together. You think Steph Curry said, I'm going to practice at home and y'all practice on y'all own? You think Michael Jordan said, y'all practice, I'm good enough, I'm Michael Jordan. Y'all just go practice on your own. I don't need to practice. I'm good already.
Man, long day, man, right?
That's because when you're dealing with people that don't get it, 9 times out of 10, you're going to see people that don't get it. Bro, I'm going to tell you like this. This is before the pandemic. This is like I think 2019. Like maybe early 2020. I don't really know just yet. And the pandemic is about to hit. And this is probably 2019. The Lakers is playing their best basketball. The season just started really kicking off. And I just remember it was like a blur. Yes, 100% LeBron James is on EPO and probably all kind of other steroids in my opinion. I think he's a drug cheat and he's been cheating since 2012. So for over 10 years, I believe LeBron James has been taking supplements that are banned in professional sports. So that should answer your question right there. And thanks for the super chat. Appreciate you. I think a little bit differently than a lot of people. I don't look at it as a scale of where people may be or where they think they may be as a person. I look at it on a scale of where people measure up. And in my opinion, a lot of people's expectations are different than other people's. Some people just cool with just doing the bare minimum. I've been around those people, but when you're on a team with LeBron James, it's supposed to be NBA championship. Like if I'm on a team with Kobe Bryant, I'm not thinking, okay, I got Kobe and Kobe, we finna make a run, probably get in the playoffs. We're gonna get some games, hang out. The attitude is championship. I'm not on the team to hang out with Kobe. I'm here to play with Kobe and help win the championship. I got to do what I got to do. So if I got to get better and step it up, our practices are going to be intense, but we need to practice together. We need to get this in. Now, when Pat Bev was saying, Coach, we need to practice more. Now, AD's in his prime. Him not practicing don't make sense. But he feel he a superstar, and this is what superstars do. So if Bron ain't practicing, me and Bron, we're going to practice at our own time and then come to the game. How the rest of the team going to be on sync with you if you're not playing and practicing with them? And you coming in doing what you want to do, and they in there practicing. It looks crazy. And then that's why you see so many turnovers. You see guys in position. They don't really know how to get a ball to you because they're not used to playing with you. Because you too good. You too high in your own mind to bring yourself down to reality and do what needs to be done. So when the Lakers didn't practice and Pat Bev, you come from a team that in your whole career you've been playing, there's been practice, and you practice. And you get to a team with LeBron, and it's entirely different. It's all about name recognition and everything else, but that's not going to get you no championships. And Pat Bev was like, I thought we was here to, win a chip. Like, I'm not with this. at all. I think that's probably the only time Pat Bev didn't make it in the playoffs in his career is when he was with them. So when he said, "Man, I was pushing coach, we got to practice, man. We gotta do this, man. We gotta do that. We gotta do that." Right, man. It's more than that. See, back in the day, it used to be like, well, you ain't go to UCLA. Like they only count UCLA. You went to USC. Like he went to USC, but UCLA. And they still kind of do that now. Like UCLA is the school that produce superstar players, and they don't. They got all these hype jobs that they got in Cali, and they bring them on the team, and then they get drafted, and they bust out of the league. It was like, yeah, they were good for UCLA, but that don't mean they're gonna be superstar players, because they try to go out and get those players, and then USC get the crap, or just some of the other players that's really good, but some of them USC players could bust their ass. No, it's different. And I'll explain why. You ever practice with somebody and they just was in their own world? I don't know if you ever been on like a team, but if you've been on a team and y'all practiced together, y'all ran sets together, y'all did plays together, then all of a sudden that stops and you go to another team and there's no practice at all and you're used to doing it, your whole body gonna be out of sync because you're practicing, but it seemed like we ain't locked in, we ain't where we should be because the guys who I was supposed to be playing with, two of them ain't here. So if I'm on the floor with these guys, cool, I know what these guys do, but these guys here ain't on the floor with us. They was like, oh, they practicing though, they're gonna be ready. Yeah, but I'm not comfortable with them because I haven't played with them. Now only time I get comfortable with them is game time. Like, it's like we don't practice and it's just shoot arounds. And that's part of the game. It's missing. Now, I'm not saying LeBron James should be at every practice. The man is 39, 40 years old. You're not going to make every practice at 39 years old. That's not required. But the majority of it should be, if you're a starter, you should be on the floor with the team. You're a starter. That's no excuse. You got to be out there with the guys. Straight like that. Hit the like button, people. Because, man, I'm telling you, the relationships and who you know in this business and how they view you in this business will keep you around in the league. Like, they'll move you to certain teams and you won't even play. You just sit on the bench because they like you. You have a good rapport with people. Like Derrick Rose, they felt so bad for Derrick. They kept Derrick on the team. Tibbs kept him on the team forever. It's like, I'm going to keep you here. I'm going to keep you on Minnesota. I'm going to keep you on the Knicks. And he helped Derrick make a bunch of money. Even when he signed a deal and left and went to another team, he ended up back on the Knicks. But Derrick Rose was able to make some extra money to feed his family. Stay in the league for some more years so he can get his full pension. Do you know that you don't get your full pension in the NBA until you play 10 years? That means full hospital and everything. Your medical, you got medical for life if you play after 10 years. So your medical bills are paid for life by the NBA. But you got to play more than 10 years. to be put into that bracket. I know guys that played 5 years in the NBA, 6 years, ended up in the G League, played overseas, tried to fight their way back to the league, and it didn't work. I know some people that got drafted, walked across the stage, and never got a chance to play. Walked across the stage and never got a chance to really play in the league. And was like, man, I was in the G League. They sent me down before the season started. I was sent down to the G League and it just didn't pan out. Played in the G League and went overseas. Like, I can make more money overseas. And went overseas, didn't work out. Tore his knee up, was slowed. So they were back home. One guy got drafted and quit basketball altogether. Went home, became a reverend. So many people want to be ready to go. You know what I'm saying? They had to be ready to go. And when you ready to go, that means you know ain't nobody gonna get in your way. Nobody's gonna oppose you. You gonna be the one that shift the paradigm. You know, you gonna be the one that make the determination on what's gonna go and what ain't gonna go. They're not gonna do it. You gonna have to be the one to do it. LeBron James is in practice, right? He's playing on a team. It's Caldwell Pope. It's Caldwell Pope on the team. I think they got Rondo on the team, Pope, what's the name? Avery Bradley. A lot of these like defensive guards was on the team. And Avery Bradley, he got pissed because he went down the lane and they went up for a shot and he challenged LeBron's shot and blocked it, like in the in the spirit of the game, in one of their scrimmages when they actually had a practice. And this before Coach Ham was there. This was Vogel was there. So after this play, he come back down, Pope comes down, and LeBron blames Pope, right? Calls him out for not doing something. Pope was like, what? For real? And you ain't supposed to argue back with Bron. You're just supposed to say, all right, cool, Bron, I got it. My bad. Pope was like, for real? Serious? And I don't know what possessed him to do it, but what's his name said, nah, that's on you, bro. And once he said that, Avery Bradley, it became like he was second nature on the team after that. He was like a parasite, considered a cancer. And Avery Bradley, nah, man, that was on you. You got to rotate. You got to switch. In that situation, you didn't. And I knew you wasn't going to switch because I know you don't switch. So that's how I knew how to play that play, take advantage of it. So you didn't switch out. So I just went full speed ahead. I knew you weren't going to switch. So that was something he was trying to tell LeBron to help him. And then when the bubble started, Bradley was just like, they ain't even want Bradley on the team, really. It was like, Bradley's like, look, I'm thinking about my health. And, of course, you never saw Bradley again. But that's just how petty sometimes things could be. I mean, it starts with you. All of this starts with you. If you're going to be good or want to be great, you're going to have to work outside the clock. If you just somebody that work when your job starts at 8 and you go home at 3, this ain't something you punch in the clock. If you want to be a manager at any job, you got to put in extra time that's outside of your hours. You're going to have to show up early and leave late. Those are the people they promote. My boy said Moses Moody gave it to like the whole Clippers team one time. Like Paul George, Moses Moody. They was having like shootout, they was doing workouts. My boy told me Moses Moody gave Paul George the business. And was working out, man. All these dudes, Terrence Mann was there. Paul George got worked out and everything. Like, man, Moses Moody, he's like, dude, Moses Moody could play. He's like, I'm gonna tell you right now. I watched him bust up Paul George, Terrence Mann, every defender they put on him. I'm like, Moses Moody? He's like, yeah, Moses Moody, dog. Like, dude can hoop. Like, don't let the NBA fool you. He said, I don't know what they doing with him with Golden State, but if he's still on the team, there's a reason why, because Moses Moody can play. I was like, oh shoot, all right. Well, thanks for letting me know. Yeah, hit the like for me. I think they were playing with his playing time because they didn't have a lot of space for him. As you can see, Kerr is not a good coach. He doesn't know how to manage lineups. But I guarantee you they holding on to him for a reason because they know something. And when guys that you got under contract like Clay and all them guys, so you think about all the guys they had, and Clay wasn't happy, and that's why, in a way, he was like, I was kind of glad Clay was gone, Draymond, because he wasn't happy here. He wasn't happy, and he was making a lot of people unhappy, like in the locker room, because it's out of his hands and his decision. But imagine you, Clay Thompson, and they telling you got to come off the bench. And you one of the Splash Brothers. You done helped win 4 championships. Just 2 years ago, you was an NBA champion starter. And now 2 years later, they saying come off the bench. It's insulting. And he was like, I haven't fallen off like that. So he felt insulted with what the Warriors was even offering to him. Well, it's about consistency. See, if you think about the consistency and you keep doing much, your confidence level grow because you've already been through the summer. You've already been doing what you've been doing. It's just your consistency. So what Pat Bev was saying was genuine. Like, I'm cool, man. It's the NBA season. I'm ready. I'm at my best. I'm playing the best years I've ever played. I'm running my drills. It's summertime. I'm getting ready. Where did I struggle at last season? Was it my shooting percentage? Well, all right, let me fix that. Let me get my free throws up. What was I struggling at last year? Guys don't do that no more. You know what guys do? They just come back into the next season. Start working out after chasing hoes. I would never feel comfortable in the NBA. I would never feel comfortable my job is secure. I would never think my job is secure. I would play every day. Like, I'd be so proud to be in the game, but I want to make sure everybody know I belong here. Like, yeah, it's an honor to play with y'all, but don't get it twisted. I'm here to win. But now the game is more like a production on Broadway. That's why you got to practice. LeBron James teams didn't practice. That's why in pressure situations, like what you saw with J.R. Spliff had a brain freeze and then kick the ball in. Everybody forget, if George Hill hits the free throw, they win game one. He missed. JR gets the rebound and kicks it to LeBron. Why? And LeBron's not pointing to him. He's like, here, go, there. Pointing to somebody else. So he's confused. Because he's like, what? Because in his mind, he thought they were up one. But they would have been up one had he hit the free throw. He missed it. But he looked at it as if he counted it. It didn't cost them the game. They were going to overtime. So JR didn't lose them the game by not passing the ball to somebody else so they can get a shot off. LeBron didn't want the ball. So that was all on him. But when you practice, you deal with these adverse situations. You have 2-minute drills. In the last 2 minutes of the game, you running plays and sets for these moments. JR didn't lay the ball up because he assumed they were already up one. He just got the rebound. He believes they're up one. So he's not trying to lay it up. He's trying to run the clock out because he knows they got to foul him. So he's not even thinking like that. He's thinking rebound. Okay, we're going to kick it out and run the clock out. We're up. We got the rebound back. But George Hill should have hit the free throw. And then they're up one. He didn't get any bashing. And if he hit the free throw, they win. The free throw come out, he misses it, and JR gets the rebound. And who's to say he goes back up for a layup, it's going to go in? He ain't by himself. But this is from lack of practice. When you don't practice with each other enough, this is the problem. They get all these new guys on the team, right? And this is when they got Jordan Clarkson. They went and got Nance and all these guys in the trade. They got rid of D Wade and everybody else to make a team for LeBron. After the team he picked with D Rose, Dwayne Wade, everybody, right? He got everybody. It's like an all-star team full of people that he selected at the all-star break. Then it's not going the way he wants. He wants to just shuffle the deck and just turn everybody in like a deck of cards. It was awful. At the end of the day, I wanted to see success. I'm a proud human being that likes to see people putting in the work. I love basketball, so I love when I see team play. But you can look on the floor and tell when you see garbage basketball. That's why there's no movement on plays, because they haven't practiced. The Lakers don't use a lot of movements and cuts and screeners going through because they haven't practiced. So when you don't practice, you can't gauge what's going to happen in this cut or this set because y'all haven't ran this play enough, if at all, and especially not with him, whoever your star player may be. You know, that's why it always says it can't be star-driven. If you're just going to try to make a team star-driven, then the rest of it is going to fail. Now, everybody seemed to forget that when LeBron was out and they was winning games, they had ball movement because those guys trained together. So it was a whole different world. Yeah, well, in Paris 24, it was like LeBron packed his damn referees in a suitcase and brought him all the way over there to Spain. Said, you know how to call the games. Y'all the refs I like. And South Sudan was screwed over. Because they were. Yeah, well, when you see people working at like 7 in the morning and they doing the things that they supposed to be doing their workouts, and they doing individual workouts, and they doing that for about a half hour, you lift, you eat, you do whatever else you need to do, and then you play normal, then about 3 o'clock, you back in there playing for 2 hours, and you know, you got to do that every day for 3 days, 3 or 4 months, and you keep chipping away and just growing your confidence up in your game, knowing what you could do night in after night out, and your roles start to expand on the team. They trust you more down the stretch with the ball because you're poised, you're calm, you've been in these situations. You know, that's what it takes sometimes. But what Pat Bev said is on the money. Like, man, we didn't practice. I'm telling people, like, look, we got to get up on it. Like, we got to start practicing, man. We got to do this, man. And they weren't listening to Pat. And it wasn't because Darvin Ham said so. It was because brass tacks. And Pat Bev said, man, get me up out of here, man. I can't be here. I got to go. Yo, get me up out of here. Russ was on the same page. Russ is like, how are we supposed to get on the same page if we don't practice together? I practice with KD all the time. They're like, he's Kevin Durant. He's way better than you. And I got to practice with him all the time. James Harden, I practice with James Harden. I showed y'all. LeBron would come in with flip-flops on in practice, talking to people. Guys are working. They in a pool of sweat. Bron will come in there, talk to the coach in some flip-flops, talk to AD, Rui Hachimura, shoot some free throws up in his flip-flops and be like, I'm done. I'm going to go shoot some threes and get my shots up. But I want everybody out the gym when I do that. Just my team, and then that's it. So Pat Bev, like, what the hell is this? I thought I was coming to play with the best. Like somebody that's gonna take me to a whole nother level. I'm like, this ain't the game I was taught, and this ain't the effort I was taught. So now we just gonna sit there and lay back on star power? That's what we doing? All right. So I got why they was doing what they was doing. It just didn't make sense to me why they was doing it, you know? So well, people get really frustrated when you get in the way of what they feel is theirs. If somebody feel like it's my opportunity, I'm not gonna let you come take that from me. You know, that's just out of the question. People get the wrong intentions sometimes. They be like, man, I got the wrong intentions. My wrong intentions got in the way of my best intention. A lot of people out there, man. You know, it's like, what do you intend to do? There's so many people in the game that it don't even make sense for you to be against somebody else. Your competition is against you. You the one that's out there competing. You the one that's got to get out there and get it done. I was telling you, LeBron is ruining the teams. He don't practice. So, you know, you just hate LeBron, blah, 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 blah. They're not even hearing what I'm saying. The bum ain't practicing. I'm like, the bum ain't practicing. How you gonna get better if you ain't practicing? Put the drill. Drill LeBron right in his forehead. I'm like, bum, get out there and practice. You messing the game up. That's right. AI be like, practice. Practice? You want to talk practice. But AI practiced with the team. Yeah, they'll tell you he didn't, but he did. AI practice. There wasn't a time AI didn't practice. Turned on all the lights in my crib. If AI didn't practice, it's because he had a reason, he was injured or whatever, but he practiced with the team. Practices were too far few and in between, and it was like that when Fogle was there. It was like that on every team LeBron James is on. But now at 39, at 39, you're not going to make all these practices, especially if you had a gang of injuries. Now, AD doesn't practice a lot, and that calls for a lot of injuries. That calls for a lot of bad things to go wrong because you're not practicing enough. You're not getting out there, getting physical, getting your body used to that pain that you need. You need that. I don't know what they told him, but you need that at this stage. You're going to need that 100%. That pain equity. Putting it in, hitting the clock, checking it in. Yeah, it's very rare I get a chance to get in my own bed. You don't know how rare that is. Sometimes I sleep in my guest room. I got my basement. I'm blessed. I work hard. I deserve it. Right. No pain, no gain. Like he says. It's called pain equity. So you can't tell Bronny, oh Bronny, you gotta sit this one out. Bronny, he has a little knee soreness. He gonna need that soreness. He gonna have plenty of time not to play when summer league is over. So it's like y'all really trying to do a dog and pony show and not trying to be real. Man, I've seen so much go up and go down that it ends up hurting some people. Yeah, well, when you don't make the right decisions in life, it puts you in those it puts you in a box.
Please, tell him that your love is mine.
For real?
Yes.
I love your body.
Really? Of course, so powerful, so strong. Powerful frame with layer upon layer of dormant, relaxed muscle, waiting like a panther to pounce on its quivering prey. Please, take off his pants. Well, I'm not ready to pounce. Yes. There. Voila. Wonderful. Stare. Stare at all.
Is his junk out? Is his junk literally out of his pants?
Bisbal. Yep. Oh no, it's just so much going on, man.
You really want to do this?
Is this a commercial? Yeah, mute this. Ah, this is my sister's account. She got the ads in here. I'm like, ads? I don't like to see no ads. What's up, points and shoot? So, no. What Pat Bell was telling Ham in there, because this is his first year with Ham, like, Ham, we got to practice. You don't know how this goes with being with LeBron. You know, he telling them flat out, like, yo, we got to practice, huh? Like, why we not doing this? We got to lock this up. We got dudes running around here with their shoes untied. You know, that is exactly what needed to fly. We got guys flying around out here with their shoes untied. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody is is just running around out here, and we never. That's why it's gonna be a lot of turnovers. And if you a person that watch basketball and understand basketball, as soon as you look at it, you can see and say, "Oh yeah, this ain't gonna work." You know what I'm saying? Like you look at it right away and say, "This ain't gonna work. This gonna work. This is bad. Oh, this is not for me." You know, it's like you know. You look at the game, like you look at the Laker game, you look at the turnovers, you like, damn, they keep turning over the ball. Guys ain't running. There's no movement because this is the type of plays LeBron James runs. It's not a lot of movement when LeBron James play basketball because he doesn't practice with the team. He likes guys to stand still and run high pick and roll and want guys to stand still like robots. And he go in there and whoever guy come over and double and help out on him, he kick the ball out to the open guy. And it's so easy to defend. And that's why they hadn't been winning. He's a shortcut taker. He's always been that guy. I 100% believes he's taking steroids and EPOs and all kind of supplements that are banned in the sport, and the NBA is closing their eyes to all of it because why would they want to find LeBron James guilty of taking anything, even if they found him dead to rights guilty? Somebody told me he did fail one before. So, hey, telling you like it is. It's a dirty game. Westbrook wouldn't have been a weird fit. He fit in everywhere he's played. Everywhere he has played, he fit in until he was on the Lakers. So is that Westbrook or is that LeBron? He doesn't make players better. He make them worse. He lied and said, "Oh no, Russ, you gonna run the point. I'm gonna play off the ball." But you can't play off the ball. You gotta have the ball. You won't be able to do you. So now you're in the way of Russ and won't let Russ have the ball in his hands. Russ is better with the ball in his hands. And they didn't practice, and Russ wanted them to practice. And that's why Russ and Pat Bev, those two were basically on the same page. Well, when you take something personal, you know, that's just the way it's gonna be. Some players will take it personally and do what they do, and it, that's just that. Well, Russ was playing for a triple double every time they played the game. That was his clone. Well, it is what it is, man. You know, you can only do so much. You can only control what you can control. Other than that, it's not even worth it. I'm probably gonna pass out, man. I done turned on all these damn lights too. and I done, I done got too comfortable in this bed. I want to say shouts out to Kwame Brown, Bus Life, Ticket TV, Dreamers Pro, Jag Sports, and Jose Rodriguez, uh, the Star Report, Armando Black TV, and I'm gonna get some Z's.